Hi guys, how are you? So now we will go to the smart development where we will integrate one feature which is actually we will develop the behavior and we will build the logic of our application. Okay, so the next feature is called recommended friends. So let me explain it before we start writing this because we must be super careful now and it's quite a complicated section. Okay, let me explain to you now. Okay, so in my case, I got a current user who is a Jennifer Lawrence. And Jennifer Lawrence, she's having a friend who is a Daniel Craig and Bradley Cooper. So Daniel Craig and Bradley Cooper, they've got the following friends who are, let's say, Nicole Kidman and Jackie Chan. So what we want is we want Nicole Kidman and Jackie Chan to be shown for the Jennifer Lawrence as recommended friends. So we'll have to build a little bit more complex logic, a little bit more complicated SQL commands with this. Okay. So the main idea, to summarize, Jennifer Lawrence, she got the two friends, Daniel Craig and Bradley Cooper. Daniel Craig and Bradley Cooper, they have a friends, Nicole Kidman and Jackie Chan. Nicole Kidman and Jackie Chan, they are gonna be the recommended friends for the Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, let's go and integrate it. So we will go now to SQL command, where we'll go to run SQL command. So we're going to the databases. The same friendships, the same relations I have created in my database. So I advise you now to create relations between the users. You can make it Jennifer Lawrence, Daniel Craig, and Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. Then let's say Nicole Kidman, Daniel Craig, and Bradley Cooper, Jackie Chan. Okay, first of all, what we need to do is we need to return these two users. We need to fetch them. Okay, so we're going now to write an SQL command and we'll start writing from the select statement. Okay, let's write here select users.id, comma, then users.firstname, comma, users.lastname. Okay, great. So after that, we are writing here from friends database, then we're writing here left join users on, and here we will write conditions on users.id equals to friends.user.id and friends sorry and friends.friendid equals 2, and then we continue or users.id equals to friends.friendid and friends.userid equals 2. Okay, we're coming out from the round bracket. Then we are writing here the conditionals where friends.friendid equals 2 or friends.userid equals 2. So this is the SQL statement. We're clicking go. Okay, so these are the friendship relations what Jennifer Lawrence is having. Bradley Cooper, Daniel Craig, and Daniel Craig. Okay, so we'll go to friends now. Okay, so she got it double time this relation, so 2 times she has got it. So I'll just delete one of those. I just duplicated it. Okay, then I will paste what I wrote now. So this is Bradley Cooper and Daniel Craig, 2 friends. So this SQL statement helps us to select the array of the users. So it's quite interesting logic where we are selecting, let's see, so 2 is a Jennifer Lawrence, where 1 is Bradley Cooper. So we are checking both columns and we are integrating both of these columns into one column. So it's quite interesting and handy logic which can be useful anytime. So this is, you can save it somewhere in your notes or anywhere. So this is called select array of the any row. Select array of the row which is where both of these values can store into different columns, where the user ID and the friend ID, but we're merging it into one. Okay, so this logic helps us to select the user. What I will do, guys, I will here, follow me, remove here first name and last name because we will not need them because we want to select the friends of these friends. So that's why we would need only array of the IDs. So remove, first of all, remove first name, last name, then remove this comma, and let's put it in the one line. Something like this. I will put the entire code into one line. Something like this. Okay, so I will skip it. So then we'll go to write in totally a new code. Okay, so right here, select. Then we'll write distinct because we don't want to select a duplicated rows, duplicated values. So we'll write here select distinct. Then I'm making break. Then I'm writing users.id, comma, users.firstname, comma, then users.lastname, comma, then users.email, comma, then users.ava, comma, then users.cover, comma, then users.birthday, comma, then users.gender, comma, then users.bio, comma, then users.allow friends, comma, then users.allow follow. And we want to select it from friends. We want to select all of these friends. Now we'll merge it now with other details. Now we'll make a left join uh, command. Okay, I'll just expand it. Okay, so here we will continue. Here we write join users table because we want to get the data information from the users table. Join users on friends.userid equals to users.id and friends.friendid. Here we write in the array. So first we want to check all the friends stored in the friend underscore array. So here we write friend array. Then this command, I will copy this, and here we're opening and closing the round brackets, and we are pasting this into this round bracket. So this is what we're doing. Okay, so then what we do is, so that is done. We just inserted it here in these round brackets. Then we write here the OR statement. Here we will write OR friends dot friend ID equals to users dot ID and friends dot user ID in. Now we're putting again in. We're coming down, opening, closing round brackets, and we're inserting this again into the round brackets. And the last one, I will just delete it. Now we'll write the conditionals where friends dot user ID is not equal to and friends.friend ID is not equal to as well. Okay, so I will click now go. Here we go. This is how we're returning Jackie Chan and we're returning Nicole Kidman. So that is amazing, guys. We're going back to the friends. I want to show you something. So this is a Nicole Kidman, which is 4. So as you see, Nicole Kidman right now, she is in the column which called user ID. So user ID, these are the people who are initiated the friendship. So she sent a request to Daniel Craig, who is a friend ID, who was targeted to be a friend, and he accepted this. But with the Jackie Chan, it's another scenario where Jackie Chan was targeted by Bradley Cooper, our current friend, to be a friend, and Jackie Chan has accepted this. So the interesting logic is, so the first Nicole Kidman, she stored in the user ID, and the Jackie Chan he stored in the friend ID. And this is the unique way where we can get the data from both of these, and then we can integrate. You can pause the video to make sure that you haven't done any typo, that your SQL command is correct. Okay, so select distinct means select only one row without duplicating this. These are the information which we are willing to return back. Want to select it from friends, then the interesting logic comes where we're joining the table. Okay, so what we're doing is we are, in order to get these informations like IDs, first name, last name, email, etc., we're joining our friends table to the users, where user ID and ID, where user ID column and the ID of the user column from the users table must match. And in the friend ID must be all the friends of our friends. All the friends of our friends. So this line, this returns our friends, guys. So we're writing where friend ID is storing the information from our friends. And the same we're doing for the user's ID table, for the user ID table, where friend ID will be equals to users.id means friend ID column will take will just match all the IDs with the users table, and where friend user ID column will return all the information related to our current friends, while at the same time the current friends of our friends is not us. So this is the logic actually how it works. So that is a really advanced programming, guys. So we will now, what we'll have to do this, we will have to use this SQL command. So make sure that you have that everything, first of all, make sure that it works fine. Then go to the edit, select the entire command, copy this. Then we're going to our PHP development environment, and we're heading directly to the access.php class, and here we're gonna write a function which will be a public function, and here the name will be select recommended friends, open and close round brackets, and then open and close curly brackets. And the round brackets will make a reference to the ID. We'll have one parameter, which is an ID. So these functions will select friends of our friends which are recommended for the friendship. Okay, excellent. So here, first of all, we'll create a variable for the SQL command, SQL open and close single quotation marks. Then here we are inserting our SQL command, guys. So this is, I'll just align it to let it look more readable. Okay, great. And then after that, what we will do is we'll write another function which will prepare this for the execution. So here we'll write statement equals to this connection, then again arrow, prepare SQL, and semicolon at the end. After that, we'll check for having an errors. If open and close round brackets, then open and close curly brackets. In the round brackets, exclamation mark, dollar symbol, statement, and if there is any error, so we'll throw new exception. Throw new exception will be statement error and semicolon at the end. After that, we will execute the statement arrow execute semicolon at the end. After that, we want to get all the results, so we'll write statement arrow get results, and we want to assign these results to a new variable which will be result equals to statement get results. Very good. Then we will declare a new array to store it. We can say just the users which will be of type array, open and close round brackets. And now we will try to get all the users. We'll concatenate, or we'll append all the users to this array. So we'll write a while loop. While new variable row will be equals to result, so the entire result which we have got, arrow fetch underscore associated rows, so coming out from all the round brackets, then open curly bracket, and then here we'll write users open and close round bracket, which means we're concatenating it, row, then semicolon at the end. And here we are returning our users, return users. Excellent. So let me write a comments for you here. That one is SQL command. Here we are preparing SQL for execution. Here we are checking if there are any errors or not, if errors. So here we're executing. Here we are appending all found users or results to result variable. So when we append all the results, they don't look like these rows. So it comes as some messy array. So this is new array to store all the users. So we receive it just as a one result. So here, when we're writing while loop, so while you see row equals to associated, fetch associated result. So what it does, it takes each row one by one, then it appends to the user's variable. So it does, every row gets appended to the users. This is what happens. Okay, so this is the entire function. There is nothing complicated since we've got the working function in our SQL and localhost. So now we're heading to the friends.php, and here we will quickly write the execution. This is something which we have done already, and we can copy here. We can copy requests. So starting from here, else if, we can copy till this curly bracket because it's a ready code. So we'll just copy this, and here we will append one more scenario, and don't forget to close the semicolons. Okay, this will be scenario for selecting all recommended users. Okay, so first of all, the actions, we have different actions like unfollow, follow, reject, etc. So we will name it recommended users. Okay, so then the only thing which we need to check is the ID. We don't need to check limit or offset. So this is I simply gonna remove, but make sure here the round brackets are closed. Okay, so if there is no ID set, so then we'll return the error messages. But if the ID is set, then we will append the ID to the new variable. Limit and offset, we're gonna remove this. And then this function will have to rewrite this. First of all, make the first changes here. It will be select recommended friends with the ID which we have here. And this variable, we'll name it, let's say, users. Okay, so and here we'll write if users are there, so then here in the users, we will append users. Okay, users we change here, we make here users, and we change it here. Okay, so now everything looks fine. What we need to do is we're going back to access.php. We'll have to replace all, in my case where there are two, we'll have to replace it with a variable ID. Okay, to let ID be working here, we must put double quotation marks. In my case here, automatically got updated. So all the numbers here will replace, which is an ID, we'll replace it with a variable ID. So first of all, there are these two IDs. Then the IDs we're having in this customize select, this is the one which is in the round brackets. We must have their 3 IDs or even 4. So make sure that all IDs are replaced. It's very important, guys. So first one, second one, third one, and here fourth one. And the same we're doing for the method down there for this one, which is in the round brackets as well. So here we're putting $sample ID. Here we are putting $sample ID. Then here we're putting $sample ID. And here we're putting $sample ID. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, and plus 2. I got total 8 IDs which must be replaced. Okay, we'll save it now and we'll just quickly test it, guys. Okay, so localhost, we're gonna type it localhost /fb friends.php question mark action equals recommended and the ID equals 2. Here we go. So it returns the JSON. Okay, if I'll search for ID, so I got first name Nicole Kidman, then I got Jackie Chan. So our backend actually works. So that is really superb, guys. This is how we build the logic of selecting the necessity which we need. So that is really amazing. Let's go now to the front end part and do a magic there.